What are the other ways that you can use your webinar to make money right now? Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you never miss a video. If you know you need help with your webinar, make sure to check out the free training down below. Let's jump into it. All right, so you're working on your webinar or you're thinking about doing your webinar and you're like, well, what else can I use this for? Are there other ways that I can make money? And this is where having a killer webinar, a killer virtual presentation really shines. There are so many different ways that you can use this. A lot of times in marketing, right, a lot of times in our business, when we're trying to figure out the marketing, we work on one piece, we get it done, and it goes on the shelf. We work on another piece and we get it done and it goes on the shelf. I know it was like this when I was getting started in business. I was like, oh my goodness, I have this huge, massive to-do list, and it's like pulling hair to get it done, right? Like I get a little bit done, and I check that box. With a webinar, it knocks out so much all at once. When you have a great webinar built, you have your hero's journey story, you have a whole bunch of testimonials, you have stories, you have teaching points, you have your offer. It gets everything done. So in this video, I'm going to break down 5 ways that I love to work with people after we've built the webinar for them and help them repurpose all the content to grow their sales exponentially. All right, the first thing you can do is you can break it down into a mini course. So you have your webinar, it's 90 minutes or 2 hours long or even an hour long. You can now break that down, use the same content and break it out. If you have ClickFunnels, you can use their PLF funnels, their product launch formula funnels, and it puts the videos across the top of the screen. So you can break it down, refilm it, and have 5 10-minute videos across the top of the screen that get them indoctrinated, get them to know, like, and trust you, and sell them at the same time. Maybe they can't get onto a full-length webinar. Maybe you don't have the time, energy, budget, whatever, to drive them to a 90-minute training, but now you have the mini trainings lined out. From there, what you can do is you can build full-length trainings on each one of your teaching points. So your teaching points in a webinar could be somewhere between 6 and 15 minutes long. Well, what if you take each one of those and you build a little workshop around it that's like a 3 to 4 hour workshop that you actually charge $97 for? Now you've solved one pain point for them, whatever that thing is that you're fixing, but the other 2 they need your help with. So at the end of your paid workshop, you can actually get them to lean forward and buy more things from you. This is a great way to engage people who say, you know, I watched it, I learned something from it, but I don't need your whole course or package. I just need this one thing. Well, you sell them the one thing and then you can move them into a full course in another direction, or you can move them into one-on-one coaching. So that is the second way that you can use it. The third way is your onboarding email sequence. So many people have a hard time writing their onboarding email sequence or their indoctrination sequence, depending what you want to call it. This sequence should be somewhere between 3 and 15 emails long, and it gets people to know, like, and trust you, shares your story with them, shares the main way that you can teach them, help them grow their business, help them grow their life, whatever you can do for them. Your webinar gives you all of that content. It is really easy to either take it yourself and break it down just piece by piece, right? Or to hand it to a ghostwriter or one of your content creators or even your assistant if you're in a brick and mortar, and have them just pull out pieces of the content, write 200-word emails. Now you've got your entire onboarding sequence and it mirrors what they may have already seen from you coming into the webinar. The fourth way is group trainings. So once you have your webinar done, you can send it to anybody who has a group, whether this is a Facebook group or whether this is a local community group. If you have a Rotary Club or if you have any Chamber of Commerce stuff, you can now send them your webinar and say, you know, this is a similar training that I can do for you. Of course, your training is going to be specific to your group, but you can kind of see what this looks like. That gives you a great way to open the door. I've been able to do numerous group trainings just because I said, hey, check out my webinar. Here it is. Look at what I've taught people in the past. I can do something similar for your group. If you have specific pain points, let me know. That's how you can use your webinar to open the door for you. Some of the other things that you can do to reuse your webinar content are just tell the stories on them. It opens you up to do Facebook Lives. If you want to do a daily Facebook Live, break up your webinar into short little chunks. What's the hook? What's the story around the hook? What's your hero's journey story? What are your customer stories, right? Break all of those down. It gives you a ton of content to start doing smaller, shorter Facebook Lives or breaking them up into YouTube videos. That's the fifth way that you can repurpose the content from your webinar. The truth is, guys, I can go on and on and on with these lists, but once you have your webinar done, you have limitless content. You have a great way to get your enthusiasm about what you do across to people who are listening. You have the stories, you have the client testimonials, you have the teaching points, and you have your offer. You have everything you need. If you know you need to build a webinar, make sure to check out the free training down below. If you have a webinar, but it's not converting the way that you want it to convert, I will do a VIP day with you where we will break it all apart. I'll give you specific feedback on exactly what you need to fix to up your conversion. That link is down below as well. And last but not least, if you know you need a webinar, I mean, let's be real. It is the best way to get your message out, to build your list, and to grow your business. And you want to make sure that it converts for maximum conversion from the word go. Down below, you can book a call with me where I'll walk you through what that will look like. We'll sit down, we'll sketch everything out. I'll help you build your presentation. I'll help you build your deck. I'll help you build the front end funnels. I'll help you build the lead magnets. I'll help you build all the email sequences. This is a complete done for you service. You can book your free strategy call down below. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you never miss a video. And until next time, guys, take action, change lives, and make money. I will see you soon.